Hey, what is up, guys? Your boy Ed from Elite TV. You already know. For today's video, we're gonna do some test hands. Not necessarily per se like combo videos, but I really more or less just want to see kind of like what these hands can come up with, so I can show you guys how I would play depending on like how the hand comes out, right? Because there's a lot of things that this deck can do, with either going first or second. So like the combos that I'm going to be able to do are just going to be depending on like if I'm going first or second right. I'm going to show you what my hand looks like, and hopefully you can draw a cool hand. Let's see, something simple, something good. Okay, Izuna is already good. This is a lot of combo right there. Look at this. This makes it worth the while. Honestly, this is nice. We're going to go ahead and start off with Planet, of course. We're going to try to get Planet to add. At this point, we already have Fenrir, so we're going to go for the Unicorn. Special Unicorn. Let's put this in defense just in case. Actually, no. The attack is really, really high. We're gonna go Unicorn effect. Should I here? Let's see. Because if I go Theosis, let's see, having the extra deck. This is mostly the only Exceed monster that we want to play. Theosis wouldn't really help out too much in this aspect. But it would definitely be a lot more helpful than wasting our normal summon with the Fenrir. So we're going to go ahead and go for Theosis for sure. See if we can get at least one more monster in rotation in a little bit. Tanky, we're going to add Rat. Normal summon Rat, effective Rat. We're gonna go ahead and foolish our Ram. Let's see if I can still remember how to do this combo well. Chakanine on Rat, detaching, summon out Ram, slap and Trident on Ram to pop the Ram. Then we're gonna go Ram's effect, special summon, and we're gonna special summon Chakanine. Now, there's just a lot of small little interactions that you can do here. You can always have your Dryden as like something that you slap on top with something else, or you can go like Mega Clops as well, right? But I'm showing you what guys like how do you link climb and like build a board as well, right? So just we're gonna continue doing this. We're gonna do Tiger, detach, attach something to Chakanine, detach from Chakanine, and special summon. Here you already have 3 Xyz, and you're able to do as need be, right? You're not locked into anything in the extra deck or anything. Your opponents haven't hand trapped you. You have random card in hand, right? And then like you started off with a Fenrir, so like you have a lot, right? In this situation, you can either start like link climbing and summoning out your Mega Clops, right? Which in this point, if you're gonna go second, yeah, this helps out a lot, right? Because then you can also try to take one of your opponent's monsters. But there's just a lot that you can do here. But let's go ahead and bring this just slightly back so you guys don't see the Mega Clops. That's just if you're gonna try to like break boards or something. But normal summon Rat here. You're gonna go ahead and send the Ram, slap the Chakanine, detach the Rat, special summon out the Ram. This is where we're at, right? From here, I normally would just do something as simple as like start slapping Xyz on top of stuff. So like in this situation, you can start going, let's see, do I want, no, I don't think it's gonna matter. We're gonna go ahead and start doing Barbo on Ram, and then we're gonna do Bad Boy, right? This is going to allow us to do this and this, of course. You either slap too many materials on one or the other, or you can just go Hammer Kong, because Hammer Kong does protect. If they need to be able to destroy something, they're going to have to go through the Hammer Kong first. It's going to be completely up to you. There's just like various things that you can do with this. You can always just switch the way that you're going to go ahead and stack these, because like Chakanine can like get slapped on top of one of these, detach, and then put itself on this one, and then this one will have more attack, right? Or defense, but at this point it doesn't really matter. So let's see. The one thing that you do want to do is that you can just do Hammer Kong here. You want the Trident to have the defense, by the way. That's completely on me. Moving on. If you don't want this, because like let's say you're trying to make damage. You have points that you can make. You, of course, summon out your Vesperado, and it's going to be able to do damage, of course. But in this situation, we're just chilling. Super simple, very combo oriented effect. You can always add this bad boy here. That's also an interaction that you can have with your opponent as well, by the way. And then you're mad chilling. This is one of the first boards. I know it's a little confusing, but there's just a lot of like little interactions that you can do with this deck, and just depending on how you open it. But let's go ahead and try other hands. Let's go ahead and get into another hand. All right, yeah, that first one was a little confusing. I'm gonna be a lot more focused on how I want to show you guys the end board that I want to show you guys, but I just want to show various ways to get to an end board, various combos. There's a lot of like different ways that I want to build the extra deck, because there's just like different things that you can do with Cash. Like Cash has an extreme amount of extra deck that you can use. Like you can go Big Eye, you can start link climbing. There's a lot of little things, right? But trying out a few hands. Let's see here. Kind of always want to see what we can do here. For prosperity, out the go, you don't want to get rid of any of your Sue monsters if you're gonna prosperity, right? Like you don't want to get rid of any of these, because these are gonna help you combo. If you're gonna go first, you can get rid of stuff like this, right? Because this isn't gonna help you in any kind of way. This is fine, and then you just choose a third, right? There you go. You can either go 3 or 6 depending on how bad that hand is, but these are the first 3 that I would tell you guys. Like you guys can prosperity away and it wouldn't matter, right? And then some of the next following stuff, I don't think that Shangri-La is all that needed. This is not necessary. And if you feel like you know what you're doing, you know where you're at, you can just straight up get rid of one of those. You keep the Sues, you keep the K9 stuff, right? Let's go ahead and see. Should we have done 3? Should we have done 6? We did 6, but let's see. 2, 4, and 6. So here it's already pretty good, because with Whiptail here, you're gonna go ahead and gain not just the attack and the defense on your Xyz monsters, but you're also gaining the effect. So if one of your Zoodiac monsters battles, gets attacked by, you attack, that monster that battled, it gets banished. So Whiptail is really, really good in that aspect. You have really good combo here. We're not really doing much in that aspect where like we need things to get banished, but like in this situation, right, you have Fua, you have Ash, right? You honestly just don't have a Whiptail. You don't have a Sue monster, so Sue is really good, but if you have the ability to choose, you're gonna go for this first. So in this aspect, I think that the best card is going to be Tengi, because Tengi is going to be able to allow you the rat to be able to start making combo and doing what you need to. F-Zero or those F monsters that you're able to play, those are also still kind of like in my head. Those are things that we could play, but in this aspect, it's just we're gonna Trident and start swinging with stuff, right? We're just gonna Trident and try to pop things, try to do what we can. Special Unicorn, effective Unicorn. We don't necessarily, but I mean, like, it does help, honestly. Yeah, we're gonna go Birth here. It's gonna be fine. I'm gonna show you guys why it's gonna be fine. We're gonna go Tenki. Super simple. We're gonna send the rat. We're gonna send the ram. We know that. Normal summon rat, effective rat, rams. Sending the ram. Effective rat, sending the ram. Honestly, how, like, this is where you stop and think, like, how bad is it going right now, right? So one of the things is that you do want to be able to like have Chalk 9 summon out your ram back, right? Because you're gonna need the defense. And then the other thing that you can do is that you can always Tiger Mortar and reattach it to the Chalk 9 if you wanted to, right? And then Chalk 9 can always special something back. Like it doesn't matter here, right? But what you're gonna want to do is that now that you have the ram on the field, is that you want to be able to get that ram under something, right? Because at this aspect, like the only thing that you would have left is that you would have one in defense, right? And then you got rid of a Hammer Kong, you got rid of stuff like that, right? right? So what you need to do is that you can even think about it like this, right? You can even think about it like this, right? You can even think about it like this, right? You can even think about it like this, right? You can even think about it like this, right? You can even think about it like this, right? You can even think about it like this, right? You can even think about it like this, right? You can even think about it like this, right? You can even think about it like this, right? You can even think about it like this, right? You can even think about it like this, right? You can even think about it like this, right? You can even think about it like this, right? You can even think about it like this, right? You can even think about it like this, right? You can even think about it like this, right? You can even think about it like this, right? You can even think about it like this, right? You can even think about it like this, right? You can even think about it like this, right? You can even think about it like this, right? You can even think about it like this, right? You can even think about it like this, right? You can even think about it like this, right? You can even think about it like this, right? You can even think about it like this, right? You can even think about it like this, right? You can even think about it like this, right? You can even think about it like this, right? You can even think about it like this, right? You can even think about it like this, right? You can even think about it like this, right? You can even think about it like You normal summon your rat, and you just straight start slapping monsters if you want to, right? But the thing is that the ram has the defense, and that's what you want. So just start slapping guys on this guy. At this point, your Trident has 3 pops. Like, there's not much more you can really be asking for, right? Like, this is good. This is necessary, and this is good enough, right? Activate Birth. Summon out Rice Heart. Rice Heart effect, we're gonna banish. Here, we banish Fenrir. We're gonna Birth. We're gonna bring back to Fenrir, and then Fenrir search. So here you can search for what do I want to search for? I think, man. Well, we've normaled here. You specialed here. You specialed there. You're locking to Xyz. It's not like it really matters. Let's go ahead and go Kashtira, Scareclaw. Something simple. You can go ahead and get rid of these. For this, you can even do this, honestly. Slap that on the board. And then you're kind of chilling because Shangri-La will bring you something back. Oh, wait. These were banished. Yeah, these were banished. That's on me. Let's see. This is our extra deck. Pass. Like, what else can you say? You know what I'm saying? The Vesp, that was my bad. I should have tried keeping the Vesp. That would definitely have helped this out a lot. But it's not that serious. You still have all of this going. You don't have the canine stuff right now, but if you really wanted to, you could have kept like this instead of both like Ripper and like the Werewolf, because this is still a monster negate, which is really, really good. But then you have this, and then you have so many cash monsters that, like, if they start clearing out names and stuff, like, you're gonna be great, because then you got this, you're chilling, you freaking summon it, you have an Ash, they clear your board, man, they clear your board, and then you have Fool, whatever. But this is great. You have a banish with Birth, you have banish with Unicorn, banish with Fenrir, and then you're Matt chilling, honestly. Moving on, let's go ahead and try another hand. All right, guys, we're going to try one more hand. I like just trying out a hand, seeing what we can come up with. We're working on this together, guys. I'm not the best deck builder or Yu-Gi-Oh player out there, but I have a lot of fun with what I'm playing. I have a lot of fun with what I'm building, and I enjoy this. So let's see if this is a shit hand. Oh, shit. Well, not great, but hey, you know what? You have stuff. That's actually kind of nice. I mean, like, you still have stuff. You can Trident with like 4 summons on Trident and pass. Like, if anything, right? This is crazy. We control no cards. Like, this is the only restriction to that, because now you have a continuous spell. We're gonna do one more hand. This is a bad hand. But I mean, like, you have Sue combo there, right? What I'm thinking about doing is I'm also thinking about getting some link monsters. Like, I really like the idea of like Rabbit in the other decks, right? Like, Rabbit's such a good card, but I don't want to play continuous traps here besides like the one trap that I'm already playing with Cash. And even then, like, I'm actually just considering about cutting like the trap with the Ogre, and then like giving like 2 more free spaces into our deck, which maybe even allows us to play like Call By or like triple tactical talents. But just this card comes in so clutch sometimes. All right, let's go ahead and start doing hands real quick. One last hand. Let's see. We retried that hand. That hand was booty, bro. Oh shit! Oh shit! The hand that I didn't think I was gonna get. Let's just do 3 this time. I think we can afford to only do 3. So for me, in my personal opinion, 1 dose. This really comes up, like being able to switch one of your 4s from 0 attack 0 defense to like some beefiness, like, it helps out a lot. Being able to not have to cut any of this is like, any of these are so important. Let's say goodbye to that X force this round, right? Let's go ahead and banish these 3. because the hand is not the best, but the hand is decent. 1 with Fua, 2 with Birth, and 3 with Ram. Wow. So Birth, which you can already search off of Unicorn, and then Ram, which we already have in hand. So let's make it easy and add a Birth so we don't have to search Birth off of our Unicorn anymore. That normal summon Ram is going to be more than perfect. Special summon Unicorn. Unicorn's effect. Theosis effect targeting Unicorn. We're gonna special summon out. Who do we special here? Fenrir, I guess. Like if it was really that bad of a if a card's a special. Fenrir. Let's see, with what I have in hand already, would it really matter? Yes, it would actually. It's actually interesting because what you were gonna want to do here is that you are gonna want to go for the Rice Heart, because you can Rice Heart literally banish anything and special summon it back with Birth, because you haven't even it's crazy. It's so good. It's so good. I like this a lot. Am I gonna want to make a 7? I'm kind of gonna want to make a 7 here. We're gonna go ahead and go Rice Heart. Rice Heart is effect a special. Effective banish. Let's go ahead and banish first, real quick. I don't want to go Ogre, but I don't want to go Scareclaw, so I'm gonna go Ogre. We're gonna banish Ogre from deck. It's a 7 now. You for sure. You're for sure just gonna go ahead and put it in the extra monster zone and slap the Shangri-La on it. And then from here, normal Ram. You can literally just start slapping Sue names on top of this. And then you have like Dryden pop, 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 pop. Literally. Like I said, Dryden pop, 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 pop. Dryden with a 2K booty defense, by the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then him. Don't forget that Nib is still a card, so you're gonna have to be really, really good and being really, really careful. Set trap. Opponents don't know that we have trap. Activate Birth. Birth effect. I feel like at that point we could have like banished something else, but the thing is that we're still cashing in on like Shangri-La's standby phase on your opponent's turn, so let's just say it's not really relevant. Let's just go ahead and summon out Ogre before we even pass turn to your opponent's turn. On your opponent's turn, we're gonna go ahead and effect to try to special, and then this is where you would special summon out your Unicorn, right? At this point, this is what you're doing. You're locking your opponent's zones out. So at this point, I am like literally actually like cashing in on wanting the Shangri-La my opponent as much as possible, right? Because then I'm gonna go ahead and restrict my opponent as much as I can. Whenever Ogre, it says view control, give me 1 second to read this card. During the main phase. That's not what I'm looking for when you're... Okay, cool, great. So Ogre does say that when my opponent activates a monster effect, just double checking that it was monster effect, because sometimes there's some of them that just kind of trip me out. Let's see. Monster effect, yeah. So what you're going to want to do here is that you're going to have to protect your Shangri-La as much as possible, because you're going to lock zones for our opponents. 1, for the extra deck, Shangri-La is going to lock. 2, for a monster that your opponent summons, Shangri-La will lock. And then 3, when your opponent activates a monster effect, you're going to Ogre that and you're going to lock away. Then guess what? Your opponent will use spells and traps. You know, so then you have Birth to start locking out zones. You're going to have your opponent literally sit on 1, 2, 3, maybe even 4 zones locked, and guess what I'm locking? I'm locking monster zones. I gotta make sure that I leave my opponent with just 1 monster zone, if anything, right? And then guess what? You have this trap, and a lot of people are actually playing traps from the get-go. This does allow you to start locking zones out with traps as well, which will give you 1, 2, 3, 4, and even 5 zones if, you know, if your opponent plays, my bad, if your opponent plays bad, right? But this is just kind of like a really fun build, because this is allowing me to slap a bunch of really beefy monsters and then a bunch of just MST pops, which is really funny. Attack, defense, whatever you do, I know I have to summon this in defense because of Theosis. This I like to summon out in attack most of the time. Like this stuff doesn't even matter. But yeah, you have so much stuff. Dryden even has a 400 attack booty, by the way, which is insane. So you can start detaching a bunch of stuff from the Dryden and just pop it like it's crazy. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys. This is a really fun just idea. Hopefully you guys like it, and if you guys come up with something else, something better, even a combo that can let me exceed or link into like something crazy, I want to see it. Just show me, guys, and I appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys on the next video.